pleasure over the weekend. I don't know if you guys would probably just laugh at my guilty pleasure. But I don't watch much TV. I don't turn the TV on during the week. But on the weekend, Phil and I are looking at Netflix and Cobra Kai. I don't know if you guys even know what I'm talking about. But the Karate Kid I was in love with Ralph Macchio, I think it was his name, is the actor, Daniel-san from The Karate Kid, 1980s movie, totally my favorite movie on the planet, totally my first crush that I ever had. And Netflix has brought out Cobra Kai, which is a series that is set 30 or 35 years after The Karate Kid. And they got the same actors to come in and play, which was so amazing. And I binged watched that thing like no one's business. I think I got through 12 episodes or something crazy. They're only half-hour episodes. Does that make it not as bad? But I have not done that for a very, very long time. And I was just totally back in my childhood watching my Karate Kid. So, if anyone likes the Karate Kid, if anyone knows what I'm talking about, get onto it. Cobra Kai is my recommendation. But I am not a Netflix recommendation person. I'm here to help you guys in your writing. So how can I help? Before I start, I just want to remind you guys... Oh, hang on. Yes, remind you guys to hit subscribe on my YouTube channel for Your Writing Success. So if you want to get notified of every new video that we put out, if you want to follow the thoroughbreds in the thoroughbred training series, if you want to know anything about anything when it comes to riding and training dressage, all you got to do is type that into YouTube and my videos will come up. So make sure you hit subscribe. I would really love that. I've watched The Karate Kid 20 times. I love it, Jamie. Love it, love it, love it. So hit subscribe. That would be awesome. And ask your questions. Is anyone missing a sound effect? Do we need a sound effect today? Let's go this one. Oh, didn't even happen. That's embarrassing. Okay. That was a triangle for anyone that was playing along at home. Every day we'll have a different sound effect and you guys will have to guess what it is. But how can I help? Basically today I thought we'd talk about fear. So how can I help you specifically when it comes to overcoming your fear in writing, your tension in writing? Who would like to have more confidence in your writing? Like, let's get real. Let me just bring this down here. I like to have real conversations. I don't like to have conversations at the conversational level. We did that. That was Karate Kid. That was conversational level. Now let's dig and go deep and talk about some real shit. Is that okay? And some real shit is there's some writers that are not liking their writing right now and not enjoying their writing journey right now and not feeling good about it. And that's not okay. My job on this planet is to help you feel okay. So let's have a conversation. If you feel like sharing on the comments, I'd love for you to share and go, it's okay. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to say, yeah, I need some fear help. I struggle with fear. It's a challenge for me, and that's okay. So I'm doing school while watching this. Wow. Are you at school? I don't even know how schools mitigate social media and phone use when you're at school, but I'm glad I can help whether or not you're in school or not. Okay, so where are we at? I've only fallen once in my whole riding career and get anxious whenever I ride because it's been so long since I've fallen. Any advice? Thank you for all your hard work. My pleasure, Emily. You've got to remember with riding, I'm actually doing a training about this. So let me just... Oh, covered my entire face. But that is our live training. Let me turn that off. I will put that link up again at the end of the session. But I'm going to do a live training on fear. And the live training is, I can't even read that. Oh, I can move it. Okay, maybe not. How do we get scared? Why do we get scared when we ride? And how does fear work in the brain? That is what I'm going to be doing. It's a free training. You can come along on board. To come along to that free training, all you got to do is join the Riding Superstars group. So if you are not a member of the Riding Superstars group yet, just click on Facebook, type in Riding Superstars, and our Facebook group will come up. Click join group, and you can be a part of the Riding Superstars group. That Riding Superstar, maybe I'll just put it over there. That's where I'll go live on Thursday and do my training about how does fear work in the brain. Because to answer your question, Emily, that's exactly what I want to talk about. How come we can ride 100 times, 1,000 times, 10,000 times, and our brain goes, yep, we rode and we're okay. We rode and we're okay. We rode and we're okay. And then we ride and we have one fall. And our brain now goes, oh, riding equals falling equals don't do it. And that doesn't make sense in the brain. If we've done something 10,000 times and been fine, and we've done it once and got hurt, shouldn't the law of averages be like, well, you're going to get hurt 999 times before your brain goes, oh, we've got a 50-50 chance of getting hurt right now? But our brain doesn't work like that. So please come along to that free training if you need help around your fear, because I'm going to teach you about how your brains work and why one time if you get hurt, one time, even it doesn't even have to happen to you. If you see someone get hurt, or it doesn't even have to be someone gets hurt, but you fall, or maybe even you look like you might fall, or you see someone that might fall, and all of a sudden now you've got this thing going on around your riding and got a riding fear. Oh, gotta love your brain. I love brains. So I'm going to teach you about why your brain does that and how you can overcome that, because that's the essence of the work that I do, and the essence of why you've got a problem with your fear. Because you guys know it's not logical. It doesn't make sense. And that's what's frustrating as a human being, because we like logic. We like to understand, okay, this equals this equals this. That makes sense to me. But fear doesn't make sense. And therefore there can be some shame around that, or some fear around the fear, because why is this happening to me, and shouldn't I just be getting over it, and this should not be a problem. But just by saying something should not be a problem doesn't make it not a problem. So I've got you. I'm going to look after you. It's all good. So click Riding Superstars to join the group, and you'll see in our group that we've created an event, which is this. Let me just pull it up one time. This training about why do we get scared when we ride, and how does fear work in the brain. And I can't wait to hang out with you guys on Thursday about that. So how do you get out of the habit of being scared of not holding the neck strap and canter? Well, the neck strap, you've probably created an anchor, which again is a brain word for just neck strap means okay, neck strap means okay. So you just need to reverse that anchor. So what I would do is I would trot, and then I would canter holding on to the neck strap, and I would say, see, everything's okay and everything's going to be okay. Then and I don't know if you're holding the neck strap with one hand or two. If you're holding it with two hands, then the next time you canter, you only hold it with one. Then the next time you canter, you only hold it with your pinky. Then the next time you canter, you don't hold it, but you have your hand right there, like it's open. It's ready to hold it, but it doesn't hold it. Then the next canter, you have your hand a little bit higher, and then you don't even have it open. And you just teach your brain and teach your body that it's okay. And that's the repetition part of it. Not really horse related, but how do you deal with riding in front of others? I'm so terrified riding in front of other people. Thank you so much for that question, Kat. It is, that is actually such a common fear. Hello, isn't it? People would rather be dead in the casket than giving the eulogy. Isn't that a Jerry Seinfeld comedian joke, that people fear public speaking more than they fear death? So being public and being looked at and riding in front of other people is exactly the same. It's that fear of being judged. It's that fear of the people, the clan, are people saying that we're not good enough, that we're not okay, judging us, and saying that we don't get to be in that group anymore. So that's, again, you got to know how you're wired. You got to know how human beings have been taught to adapt and how we've learnt to survive in the last 20,000 years. And that's in our brains. We can't get rid of it, but we have to learn how to manage it. So so people always say, oh, don't you get scared, talking in front of people or putting out YouTube videos or talking. I love to talk to groups of people. The more people, the better. But it's not that I don't have that fear of being judged. It's a human fear. Every single human being has it. But I've learned to manage it, and I've learned to enjoy it, and I've learned to de-emotionalize that. So if everyone hates me and everyone goes, boo, you're shit, that's okay. And to be able to de-emotionalize that and be okay with it not being okay means that I'm pretty much okay. I don't know if that made any sense, but that's kind of how I am around public speaking, and that's how I am around writing, and that's how you have to be around writing. To be okay with not being okay, which makes you okay. Feedback. Did that make any sense? Let them say what they want. It speaks more to their character than yours. I love it. Oh, I love you, Zoe. I'm a blind writer and learning to canter. Love canter more than sitting trot. I'm with you, Zoe. You are a rock star, and yeah, good on you. Oh, we've got lots of yeses. Yes, 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 yes. Awesome. I'm glad that helps. All right, how else can I help? You're so amazing at pep talks. Thank you. I don't feel it's a pep talk. It's just I'm very lucky that I'm lucky. I'm lucky that I've been obsessed with success methodology and communication and NLP and how brains work and just obsessed with that, which means I have some knowledge I want to share. And so I'm not trying to motivate you or pep you up. I'm trying to share with you that you are awesome and brilliant and insanely incredible. And I get that you probably don't think that you might be all of that because of some old wiring and some old programming and some old ways of doing things that were put in there when you were very young. And when we break through that and when we sort through that and we let go of all of that, you can live and ride and experience things that are so much more than what you're currently experiencing. And that's what I'm obsessed about. I'm just obsessed about people living their full life and having their most amazing fun with their horses and with their lives and with their friends. And so yeah, that comes out a lot. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, I have a 14 one-hand Arabian that pig roots and throws fits. Found out he has had ulcers. Looking for a bigger horse. Is there any difference you have to make in your riding? No, I mean, I like bigger horses better than smaller horses. I think smaller horses can be quicker. And a big horse is like a brontosaurus. It takes a while for the thought to get down the brainstem down to the hind legs. So no, I think you'll be fine. It's always very exciting when you go from I went from a 14 3-hand horse to a 16 2-hand horse, and I remember feeling very special and very grown up. So enjoy. So is it just dressage you teach? Well, I teach dressage, yes, and I teach people how to overcome their fear, and I teach people how to think differently about what might be holding them back, and I also help people break through their health challenges and their emotional eating challenges and their map around food so they can achieve the health and the weight and the goals that they want to achieve in their health journey. Oh, come on. I fell in March, breaking my pelvis and spine in several places, had to have surgery. Fall happened as a mounting accident. I get anxious at the block. Any tips to maybe help? Yes, Paige, please come along to my free training because, again, that's a brain wiring. How many times have you gotten on your horse and it's been fine? And then when you got to go on your horse, something really challenging happened. How your brain coded that is going to be different for every single person. So someone could have, and it's the same, so let me just dissociate the emotion out of it for a little bit and go, it's the same for a car accident. If someone gets in a car and has a horrible car accident, their brain can go, okay, well, I've been in cars my whole life, and there was an accident, and it was an accident, and it was really shitty that it happened, but it happened, and now the chances of that happening to me again are even lower because I've already had it happen once. So I accept the risk that something can happen to me when I get in a car, but I like cars. I like that they can get me to places quickly, so I'm going to keep using them. That can be a thought that someone could have, or someone could have a thought going, cars are the most dangerous things in the world. I'm never going to get in a car again. I don't care how good they are. I don't care how they can get me to places quicker. I don't care that it means that I can go to places without it taking a whole day to get there. I'm not getting in a car again. And they can think that as well. And what's the reality of the car? There is no reality. What is the chances of you getting killed in a car? The world will tell us those percentages. I don't know what the percentages are, but there's a percentage. There's a percentage chance. I always like this one. What's the percentage chance that you can slip in the shower and crack your head open and die? Because that can happen. But we tend to take showers. I love a good shower. I love a hot shower. I need to have the shower. Phil always gets in. He's like, what the hell? And then he has cold showers at the end. He's always like, stay in the shower. I'm like, fuck no, I'm out. But anyway, I'm digressing. But yes, there's life equals mitigating risk. There's a risk. There's a risk all the time. There's a risk eating a peanut, and not even talking about a peanut allergy. Like, you might just get the peanut stuck in your throat. So we've got all these. Thank you. We've got 0.00001. But the thing is, our minds always have to then decide if we're willing to take on the risk. Now, the reason I use a car analogy is most people find it a lot easier to de-emotionalize a car. It's like, yeah, well, we have used the car so much and all that kind of stuff. And we tend to think the car, well, didn't have a mind of its own. But we don't control the minds that drive the other cars. Anyway. But yeah, we tend to get our heads wrapped around the car issue, but not so much around the horse issue. So yeah, please come to that training, because I'll teach you about why your brain does that. Because our brain is so kind. Our brain is there to keep us safe. Our brain is there to look after us. So it's doing the right thing. It's just like a puppy. It does the right thing, but it doesn't really know what it's doing, and it doesn't really know what we want. So you have to train your puppy, and you have to train your brain to actually deliver the newspaper. So let's say you've got a puppy and you're like, fetch. It's just going to go fetch random stuff. You have to tell it to fetch the newspaper and teach it what a newspaper looks like, and teach it how to get the newspaper without ripping it. And you have to teach it to get the newspaper and actually bring it to you. And then your puppy's trained. Think about the same thing with your brain. Right now, your brain is just getting things for you. And it might not be the things you want, and it might not be in the manner that you want it. So you have to train it to make sure that you're getting exactly how you want. I don't like kicking or pulling. Yep, so we'll do dressage questions tomorrow. Totally fine. I volunteer at a horse rescue, and we get all types of horses in. I get very nervous getting on. Any help with that? Yeah, it's kind of the same question. Again, you will be doing something when you go to put your foot in the stirrup. You'll be showing yourself a really bad thing that could happen, or you'll be telling yourself that something bad could happen, or you'll be thinking or experiencing a feeling that of dread or of something that could be going wrong, and that all just needs to be rewired. Maybe the caveat to that is sometimes people say to me, remove my fear. And I go, tell me what's going on. And they're like, okay, well, I've got this horse. It's bucked everyone off. I've sent it to 3 retrainers and all the retrainers have said they can't retrain it. I'm a beginner rider and I don't want to be scared to ride this horse. And I go, hell no, I'm not removing your fear. Your fear is there for a reason. I would be scared. I would have fear getting on this horse. I'm not getting on it. Like, I should have fear because then the fear says, don't get on. And I go, yeah, I probably shouldn't because I don't want to get bucked off. So that's a rational fear. If you've got a horse that is proven that it does things like that and you don't have the skills, you're not a buck jumper, you're not someone that can handle that, the fear is there for a reason to keep you safe. But if you're riding a safe horse and if an accident happened and the chances are most likely it won't happen again, could happen again, but most likely you're going to be okay based on the law of averages and you love riding and you accept the risk of riding, then we need to rewire that. So, yeah, some people say to me, oh, wouldn't it be great to have no fear? And I said, no. I'd go around patting snakes and jumping off buildings and, well, maybe not jumping off them, but certainly looking over the edge, very carefree, which could lead me to stumble and fall. Fear is also a useful thing. Don't always be scared of fear. Don't always be scared of fear. That didn't really help. But don't always be thinking fear always means stop. So I have a big sign in our office. Fear is our green light to go. Fear is my stepping stone to success. So in business and in public speaking, if I'm scared, that doesn't mean stop. That means I'm scared of judgment. That means I'm scared of what will people think or say. That means I'm scared of putting myself out there and being out of my comfort zone. That means go. And I've spent 10 years rewiring my brain to fear means go. But sometimes, if I'm scared to pat a snake, I probably should be. And I probably shouldn't go patting snakes because I don't know anything about snakes. I'm not a snake handler and I'll probably get bitten and I could die. Does that make sense, guys? Good. Awesome. Okay, so if that was helpful, I would love for you guys to check out my training. So the training is at 10 a.m. on Thursday, my time. When you go into the Riding Superstars group, we've got a time converter in there for you. So for a lot of you, it'll be on Wednesday afternoon, evening. The topic is why do we get scared when we ride and how does fear work in the brain? I'm going to give you a training on why that happens and to teach you about your brain. Very, very excited about that. To come along to the training, all you need to do is go to the Riding Superstars group and click Join Group. When you join the group, there'll be a couple of questions and then you'll be in the group and you'll see the event, and that's where I'm going live on Thursday to deliver the group and delivering the training. Okay. So awesome. I will be back tomorrow to chat to you guys again. That's okay, Julian. Have an amazing day. So you guys have the most amazing day. And make sure you join the Riding Superstars group. And yep, that's all I needed to say. I've got everything. Awesome. All right, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Mwah. Big kisses. And I'll see you soon. Bye.